Hey guys, it's Shanabi. Welcome back to our channel from the Department of Information Science and Engineering in 7th semester from the College of Sri Venkateshwara College of Engineering at Bengaluru. So today we are discussing the subject called as Big Data Analysis. The topic called as Data Privacy and Security in the Big Data. So before we are going to the topic, I request you guys to do one thing. Please like all my videos and share others to like also. So no more late, let's go to the topic. Contents we're going to discuss right now is the introduction of the data privacy and security in the big data, and the second thing is the challenges and solution related to the data privacy and security in the era of the big data. The third one we're going to discuss is regulations like GDPR and their impacts on big data analytics. In the era of the big data, where the vast volume of the information are collected, processed and analyzed, ensuring the privacy and security of the data is the paramount of importance. The big data encompasses diverse sources ranging from the social media and IoT devices to enterprise databases, and its potential benefits are substantial. However, the vastness of the complexity of the big data also introduced the unique challenges of safeguarding sensitive information and the preserving individual privacy rights. So, the data privacy and the security in the big data refers to the comprehensive set of measures and the practices aimed at protecting the confidential integrity and the availability of the data while uh, rep- respecting the individual's privacy. And this introduction will explore the key concept and the consideration in the critical domains. So, data privacy and security has become the increasingly critical concerns in the era of the big data, with the proliferation of digital information and the massive amount of data being generated or collected. Protecting this the data has become a complex challenge. So below high outlet some of the challenges and potential solution related to the data privacy and security in the era of the big data. So let's see the challenges. The volume, velocity, and the varieties. The big data is characterized by in three verses like volume, velocity, and variety. Managing the security such as large volume of data in the real time, with the data becoming a various formats and from the multiple sources in significant challenges. So second one is the data pro proliferation. The sheer amount of data being generated and stored by an organization makes its challenges to track, classify, and secure all the sensitive information effectively. So third one is data silos. Data often resides in the silos with organization making the difficult to update the consistent of security measuring the according to all the data sources and data sharing the collaborative initiatives and the data sharing between the organization and the analytics purpose can be exposed the sensitive information to intended parties. So, the fifth one is regulatory compliances. Evolving the data privacy regulations like GDPR and CCPA require the organization often other to strict rules of data handling and protection while difficult to the implementation of the maintain. The sixth one is cybersecurity threats. The increasing the sophistication and cyber acts pose significations of the data system. Actors may attempt the steal, corrupt and manipulates the data. Seventh one is insiders threats. Employers and insiders can also pose the threat of the data privacy and the integration international or the United International compressing the sensitive information. Then come to the point of solutions. Data encryption, implementation encryption of the data at the rest of the chances to protect it from the unauthorized access. Encryption helps to ensure that even if the data is compressed, it remains unreadable without the proper description keys. Access control. The implementation strict access control as the authentication of the mechanism to limit who has access the modified data role-based access control RBAC, which means the role-based access control can be helps to enforce these policies. Data masking and the annomination sensitive data where the sharing the analysis so that it cannot be traced back to the individuals. And the fourth one is data governance, establishing the data governance policy and the practices to ensure that the data classified and the tagged and the handling according to its sensitivity, and this helps to consistent the data management and the security. Privacy and the design incorporated data privacy and security consideration into the design and the big data system and from the outset rather than has a big off throw. So data auditing and monitoring. This is the sixth point. We're going to discuss the implementation, real-time monitoring and auditing of the data access and activities to detect the response to security promotively. So seventh one has regulation, training and the awareness that train employments and the constructed at the data privacy and the security best practice and the create the culture and the awareness of the responsibility. And the eighth one is security develops the practice. Incorporate security in the development and the development process where to identify the address security and the vulnerability of the early development life cycle. Ninth one as data minimization. The collect and store all the data unnecessarily for the intended purpose and reducing the risk of explore of sensitive information. And 10th one is compliance management. Stay up to the date with the data privacy regulation and the ensuring the compliances through the ongoing monitoring and assessment. 11th one is data privacy and the impact assessment DPIES. Conduct the DPIS evaluate the impact the data processing activities and the privacy and take necessary. So 12th one is collaborative security when the sharing the data with the external practice and the implementation security data sharing argument and technology and the multiplicity of the computation, so SMPC, to protect the data while allowing the collaboration of analysis. The 30th point is incident response plan. So development robots as incident response plan to swiftly and effectively respond to the data breaches. So thank you. So data minimization GDPR mandates that the organization collects and process only the data that is necessary for the significant purpose, and this means that the companies must be carefully considered. So second point is the consistent requirements. GDPR requirements organization to obtain the explicit consent from the individuals before collecting the and processing the personal data. The third one is data uh, portability. So GDPR grants individual to rights the access of and transfer their personal data, and this means the organization must be provide the way of individual to access their data, and if it is required, the transfer it's another service providers for the big data analytics. The fourth one is data security. GDPR places a strong emphasis of the data security and the requirement the organization of the implements appreciate measure to the protect personal data. The fifth one is anonymization and the pseudonymization. GDPR encourages to use of technical like the data anonymization and the pseudonymization to protect the individuals and the privacy. And this technology involves the removing the or encryption the personal identification and the information PII from the data uses of analysis, making them more difficult. The sixth one is the data protection impact assist. DPIAS. Organization requires to conduct the DPIAS and the high risk data processing activities, including the certain types of big data analysis. The data subjects rights. GDPR gets data subjects several rights, including the rights of forgotten and which means like a data analysis and the rights objects and certain processing activities. Organization conducts in the big data analysis must be prepared to respond the requests. Thank you.